Hi guys, this is Trenton Allen Cleveland, my
What's up?
oldest
What's up?
son, and we're here at Lou Gardens in Orlando, Florida. And this is Trenton's video debut because I hadn't made any videos with him on my YouTube channel. Sorry, Trenton, do you forgive your mom?
Yeah, I don't know why it took you so long, but hey, I'm
That
here.
that sounds like he's still bitter. Bitter, party of one.
Maybe, but hey, it's cool. Hey, you were just saving those best for last.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, Trenton is my oldest son, and I just want to give him some props. He has an amazing personality. He loves people, and he's always concerned about their well-being. Uh, the best gift giver, bar none, because he always listens to what you like and what interests you. And so whenever he gives you a gift, it's so thoughtful. Um, he goes above and beyond. Always, I remember when I was pregnant with him, he had a brain hemorrhage at, I was 7 months, going into my 8th month. And so that was a tough time for us. And, what they said was he was having a brain hemorrhage. And the doctor that I had was a great doctor. He has passed away, but there was a perinatalist that I went to. He was just horrible. And I remember my doctor um, giving him the business, not in a nice way. But anyway, Trenton made it through. He was born by cesarean section about 2 weeks early. His original due date was September 23rd, but came here at September 10th. And anyway, he was born with a hydrocephalic cyst on his right frontal lobe, and the 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 rear lobe didn't develop at all. I believe, I'm not sure which lobe, I don't remember anymore, but I used to know this stuff so well. But it caused cerebral palsy. And for years, they didn't diagnose him. And actually, they didn't diagnose him with cerebral palsy until he was 14. Do you remember, Trenton?
I think it was 14.
14 years old. And for years, I had been trying to get the proper diagnosis. And then they just kept saying he had a weak side. But at 8 months old, we were at a therapy clinic to try to get some therapy started for someone who they wouldn't diagnose. And he caught viral meningitis. He spent 72 hours in the hospital, 36 in ICU, and then the rest of the time he was in the progressive care. And he's been through a lot. At 7 years old, he had pneumonia. And then at 10 months old, he had chickenpox. And the chickenpox didn't come all the way out. I tried everything. I gave him the ginger ale like they tell you and everything. But the chickenpox, he only got a couple of, little pox here and there. And all of his cousins had chickenpox at that time, but he was the only one that didn't get full blown chickenpox. And so at 16, he had, what was it, Trenton?
Shingles
Shingles.
for a whole week, 7 days.
And he was in so much pain, and he couldn't. I remember him being so sick, and that was one of the worst times. Even when he had pneumonia, I mean, he was miserable with the pneumonia. It was horrible. He was in the hospital 5 days with pneumonia. But when he had those shingles, he was like, oh, he couldn't breathe, and just, it was just awful.
Yeah, it was the most painful week I've had so far in 31 years of living.
Yeah,
But
so
hey,
tell us about that.
I toughed it out. I went to school. You tried to get me to stay home. I went to school every day, Monday through Friday.
How about when you had pneumonia?
Don't forget, I went to
You went to
school.
school.
Yeah,
It was the last week of school, and he kept saying, "No, mom, no, I don't want to miss school.
yeah.
I want to see all my friends before the summer vacation." So I let him tough it out, and finally that Friday, he was in so much pain. He was just screaming in his sleep. He was grimacing. And we took him to the emergency room, but he was so dehydrated. And they did an x-ray and everything, and they said, well, we don't see any fluid in his lungs. And they sent us home. My baby moaned and he cried, and he was so miserable the whole night, and I stayed up with him. And finally, the next morning, I called his pediatrician, and the pediatrician told me, just bring him to Florida Hospital, come straight up to the 7th floor, and we'll take care of him. And so we went up. I struggled to get him up to the hospital, get him up there, but the Lord is so good. He had a wheelchair right there when I got to parked, because I was like, how am I going to get him across at Florida Hospital, the parking lot, and then you got to walk back, and back then you had to walk all this long corridor. But there was a wheelchair right there, and I was able to wheel him across, and he spent the next 5 days in the hospital with pneumonia. But he has persevered, and here we are today. So Trenton, tell us all about yourself.
Well, hey, you explained most of it, but I've been through a lot. The Lord has kept me. 31 years. I'll be seeing 32, God willing, this year, September 10th, 2022. And I'm just spending some time with my mother today. Celebrating her birthday week.
Yeah, thank you so much. So we did a birthday celebration. So last Monday, we went to Perkins for brunch or breakfast.
Yeah,
brunch. And then we did, then we went to the museum.
Yeah, the Orlando Museum of Illusion.
Of illusions. And that was pretty cool. We had a good time there. And
it will play trick in your eyes.
Definitely. So we got some good photos and everything. And then on yesterday, we all went out to dinner at Cheddar's, and I'm glad I picked Cheddar's because this little still small voice said, Rita, you need to pay for the dinner. And I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't even ask what was the bill. I just said, just give me the bill. And thank God it was under $100. But had we gone to
anywhere else?
Yeah, anywhere else, especially if we had gone to Capitol Grill.
Or Texas, yeah, Capitol Grill. Them prices are ridiculous.
Capitol Grill, it would have run me a pretty penny. So
at least a light bill.
No, way more than a light bill. Your dad and I
a light bill can be high. A light bill can
yeah,
be.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We have
before
we got the new AC unit.
It was $350 years
ago. Yeah. Well, did it run $350? I can't remember why it was so high that one particular time.
We had that old unit, and then right there was the dead of summer.
Oh yeah, and we had to get rid of that. So we run around in the summer. We run about 180 or so, and we've got to. But see, there's things that we need to have done around the house. But anyway, I'm glad that
my food was good, y'all. I don't know about hers.
The food was delicious. It was good. I mean, it was good. I ate all of it, and it wasn't as good as it has been, but it was good. It was.
Yeah. What did you have?
I had the sirloin with the broccoli casserole and the carrots, the steamed carrots. It was really good. What'd you have?
grilled tilapia and shrimp
It was
with
really good.
bacon and cheese fries and red beans and rice.
Mhm. Mhm. And guys, just so you know, I'm showing my age. No makeup today at all. so so this is the Rawrita. But anyway, getting back to Trenton. Trenton, he's such an amazing young man, and like I said, he's been through a lot, but the Lord keeps him. There were times when he was having seizures on the school bus when he was in high school. He was just so stressed, coming up on graduation. So I had to go and find the bus on several occasions.
And that
And
left you upset.
oh
Y'all,
yeah,
she would have cussed him out if she
no,
wasn't saved. Cause yeah, they would have me just have a seizure on the bus and then drop me off at home. She'll come home from work, ask me how I was, and I'm like, well, I had a seizure on the bus, and she'll call them bus driver. Yeah, so the grace of God kept both of us.
um, I would not have cursed them out. I talked to them in a professional manner. I would not have cursed them out. So, when it comes to my kids, I'm a good advocate for them, and I believe that I was, but I never cursed anyone out.
No, no, she didn't.
I never did, Trenton. So, but here's the thing. When I started the YouTube channel, I was going through menopause severely. It was really bad. But Trenton helped me a lot. And my focus, I kind of focused more on my younger son, and just when you're going through in your mind, a lot of times you just focus on one thing, but Trenton talked me through it. He was so patient, and he told me, I think last year, he said, "Mom, that's when I built a little altar in the garage." And he said, "Mom, when you used to go pray at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, screaming to the top of your lungs, we heard you. You woke us up." But they never said anything. They never complained, not one time.
We just
And
have to
I
go
was
back to
always
sleep.
concerned. Yeah, I was always concerned about, waking him up because he needs his proper rest with epilepsy. But anyway, he helped me through it just as much as Trevon. Even though I didn't do the video with Trenton, Trevon was the more technical one. So that's why I think I'm not sure. But here we are doing the video, and we'll be doing even more. We have other videos that we need to upload. I've been really slacking, but I just appreciate Trenton so much because
And I
he's
appreciate
always
you too, Mom. Love you.
love you too. So like I said, he's an amazing person, and we're trusting God for greater for his life. And until the next video, we're going to say
Deuces.
deuces.
Later, everybody.
Later. And here we're out.